To a man, the Pelicans looking intent on getting a win on the road. And the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Dress like a pro. A view of I-40 in Chesapeake Energy Arena, taken from the Skydance Bridge in Oklahoma City. That's our setting tonight. Welcome, basketball fans. It's Saturday afternoon, and you're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And tonight, we've got the Oklahoma City Thunder playing against the New Orleans Pelicans. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. You look at the Pelicans. Solid start to the season so far, sitting in 6th place. And, of course, the Thunder. Not in the same realm right now in terms of their record.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, they were a team that no one knew quite what to make of entering the season. But as the year's gone on, it's become clear they're legit contenders.
I think it's safe to say that, for sure. They found their identity this season, and their confidence has only been building as the season has gone on.
And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Well, some say Jrue Holiday is the best defender in the league that no one talks about. He said, "I don't need any accolades. I don't like being famous. But for guys to remember how I play defense on them, that respect, that's the only accolade I want. It's fun for me, playing myself to total exhaustion." Kevin?
What a great attitude. He is a monster on defense. David, thank you. You know, Steve, for teams that are already struggling big time, what's a sign that the ship is going to be difficult to turn the other way and get back on track?
I think, Kevin, body language and obviously what they're saying in the media. There are some teams, you watch them, guys hit a three-point shot, they come to the bench. No one's up clapping, no one's communicating with each other. Those are the teams I think is very hard to turn around.
And the starting lineup for the Pelicans, Zion is the 4 with Favors at the 5. Holiday and Ingram out on the perimeter. And it's Ball in at the point guard. And for Oklahoma City, Paul out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Noel. And then there's Steven Adams. And it's Gallinari in at the small forward. Now here's Ball. For 3, Ingram. The rebound by Steven Adams. The pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. At the elbow, Paul. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Ball. Gallinari inside the three-point line. Some solid defense from Ingram. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Yeah, in that one, the shot selection wasn't terrible, but they had to tighten it up. It did not happen.
They never really got into a rhythm, despite trying a few different things. Sometimes it's just not your night.
They get it back.
What perfect timing on that play. Derek Favors an outstanding shot blocker.
And it's Ingram missing.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Back to Noel. Gallinari on the wing. He's covered by Ingram. Basket good.
That breaks their string of misses. Now 1 for 5. You can feel their sense of relief.
And slam dunk by Ingram.
How about the vision there by Ball, showing the unselfishness, just being a willing passer.
Ball against Paul. They get a hand on it. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Favors. And a slam dunk by Favors.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Now here's Paul. 23 points for him the last game against Portland.
This is where Chris Paul hurts you. Can score on all 3 levels, and he does it in a variety of ways.
with it. Pass to Favors. The dish to Ingram. Back to Favors. And Adams sends it back. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Holiday, and slam dunk by Noel.
Chemistry at its best. An unreal alley-oop.
Yeah, you're right. The pass, the catch, the dunk, all of it perfect. Ball feeling it out a bit. And in this first quarter, about 3 minutes played. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans.
Now let's see the stat sheet here on Chris Paul. He's coming off an excellent season. 3rd in assists, and his ability to pressure and disrupt defensively was obvious. He ranked 3rd in the league in steals.
And as you mentioned, top 3 in assists last year. He did a great job of setting the pace, finding the open man, making the simple delivery. Out to Ingram. There's the 3. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
And Williamson doesn't let up, consistently in attack mode. Love his rabid intensity on the backboard.
Now here's Noel. Gallinari finds Noel. Oklahoma City moving it around. Adams, the pass to Paul. Back to Adams. Over Favors. And the shot is long. New Orleans has gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Williamson dishes to Holiday. Pass the ball. Dishes it to Williamson. Clock at 6. Here's Ingram. Gallinari with the rebound.
Off the mark once again. Terrible quarter for him thus far.
And for the Thunder, one of the assistant coaches leaving this past summer. Greg, how much of a concern is that for head coach Billy Donovan?
Possibly a sign that Donovan could be on the hot seat in OKC. I mean, 3 consecutive first-round exits. Donovan on the final year of his deal. The clock is definitely ticking. And you look at Lonzo Ball, certainly high expectations for this young man. 1 and done at UCLA. How about 2nd overall pick? That's brought some undue pressure.
Ray, you talk about the height for Lonzo Ball and the pressure. Do you think that creates an additional challenge for a young player?
Yeah, he scuffled at times, but I think the future remains very bright for that young man.
2 shots.
First one falls for him.
Yeah, impressed with the work ethic of Ball. You can see a desire to want to be great, and he's going to continue to work on improving those weaknesses.
He's off on the second.
You look back, in the 7 seasons, the Pelicans have been better than average defensively. They've made the playoffs 6 times. The other 10 seasons, only 1 playoff appearance. Defense has been the difference.
Adams outside. Kicks to Paul. There's Gallinari with the 3, and the Thunder another 3.
The eyes of Chris Paul. He's always had tremendous vision.
Well, the Pelicans falling off last season at the defensive end. Smitty, what's the key for them getting back on track?
They've got to do a better job of contesting three-point shots. They were awful. Also cutting down on turnovers when enabled them to get back defensively.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Following the shot by Drew Holiday. Pass to Gallinari. Shoots over Ingram. Oklahoma City gets a new shot clock. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Noel. And it's 6 points for Chris Paul.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Now here is Holiday. His last outing, he had 18 points. Count that one.
Well, you see right there, Holiday can break you down and get up into his shot in rhythm.
And it's Oklahoma City's ball. They're on a 13-5 run. Bounce pass from Paul. And here's Gallinari outside. And it's Gallinari again missing.
His struggles from the field continue, yet they still hold the lead.
They grab their own miss. And the rejection by Noel. The pass to Gallinari. Over ball. And it's Gallinari again missing.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
And how much fun is it to watch this kid? I call Zion Williamson a kid, even though he goes about 280, and he has a certain composure that really belies his years.
And with Williamson, it's not just the obvious stuff that impresses you, Greg. It's the little things as well, the attention to detail.
You know, Kevin, one thing that stands out to me, every time I see this young man, the eye-hand coordination, whether it's on steals, deflections, block shots, he always seems to pick it cleanly.
The first one falls.
And the expectations for Williamson are sky high. A superb athlete whose skill set and drive to be great is off the charts.
Andre Robertson, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Paul. New Orleans also making some changes. Okafor is checked in for Favors. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Lonzo Ball. Good on both. Steve, the league has broadened the definition of clear path foul. Think that'll discourage the wrap-up fouls that stop those fast breaks?
Yeah, I think so, because the guy's coming downhill with that type of force. And if you do wrap him up, and sometimes your coaches want you to because of the situation, but it's hard, and it could create a lot of injury. So I do like the clear path fouls.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Ferguson's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And then for New Orleans, Hayes, he's checked in for Williamson. And Moore subbed in for Drew Holiday. And Moore kicks to Redick. 5 on the clock. Over to the left wing. Here's Hayes. And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds. Now we'd like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. Second, the Thunder.
And they turned all those mistakes into points at the other end. That aggressive style really yielding big dividends.
Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation. A different look for Oklahoma City. Mike Muscala is checked in for Adams. And Eric Moreland subbed in for Noel. And here's Hayes. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Denver.
And it wasn't just the points. He brought hustle, he brought energy, and he brought it on the glass.
And they'll keep possession.
Love how Ingram toys with the opposition, drawing contact very easily on these kinds of attempts.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
The second overall pick back in 2016, Brandon Ingram has shown us flashes. But whether it's defense or offense, still a ways to go.
The shot by Moreland, no good.
A for effort, but when there's that much resistance at the rim, better find another option.
And it's Ingram missing.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
And Greg, when you talk about Ingram, where would you look for him to make the next step in his game?
Well, that one season at Duke, he did shoot over 40% from three. I think becoming a reliable shooter from out there would be a key building block offensively.
Now here's Moore. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And Redick kicks to Ingram. Pass to Okafor. Shoots over Schroeder. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, the defender all over. In a time of renewal for the Pelicans. Ownership transitioning, new front office, and the #1 overall pick, Zion Williamson.
Guys, after the turmoil of last season, a renewed sense of optimism. New life for this franchise.
to end the drought. Up again.
You want your bigs playing big. Rips it down in traffic.
Moore passes to Ingram. To the paint. Okafor inside, and no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Oklahoma City has gone 3 of 4 on three-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range.
Not one to back down inside. Schroeder likes to get right into the teeth of the defense.
The Pelicans trail. Moore outside. Redick against Schroeder. Redick surveying the D. Shot clock at 6. New Orleans needs to get off a shot, and it goes down 2 points. Okafor's got it all tied up now for the Pelicans.
Got to stay honest on Redick's shot when he gets a screen, which is why he finds his teammates open thanks to additional space.
And that one's good. Schroeder.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Now Moore. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Outside, Redick. Back to Moore. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
That's a tough shot under heavy pressure. I think Moore even got hit.
Robertson the pass to Muscala. Schroeder outside. 3 on the clock. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. They get it back. Moreland. Oh, that's blocked. And in transition, it's Ingram. Here we go. Moore in the corner. All sorts of time. He's off on that one. So the Thunder will take it the other way, getting their first look of the season at this Pelicans team.
And although they were the better team last year by overall record, this was a competitive matchup for them.
And so it's Ingram who brings up the ball for the Pelicans. Sinks the three-pointer.
You've got to make J.J. Redick a ball handler. He's too lethal as a spot-up threat.
1:07 left in the first. The drive by Schroeder takes the 3. Muscala misses.
The defense got lucky there. That's one you expect him to drain.
Ingram dishes to Okafor. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And it's a 5-point New Orleans lead.
Beautiful call that time up the floor. The hard screen frees him up for the bunny.
Schroeder kicks to Muscala. The Thunder with another miss. New Orleans has gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Pass to Redick, the 3. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And don't look now, but they're starting to extend this lead.
They're doing it by building it out, step by step, valuing each possession.
Here's Schroeder on the wing. Robertson. Over Moore. And that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in.
What you like about Etuan, he can do a lot of things for you defensively. Terrific instincts.
And so it's the New Orleans Pelicans holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We'll return shortly. Chris Paul, an elite defensive player, a student of the game for sure, talks about his knack for making a lot of steals, forcing turnovers.
The steals thing is just something that I've always had a knack for doing, and just I think it's because I watch so much basketball.
Well, you hear about the importance of watching film, Greg. It reveals itself in many ways.
And learning guys' habits. What they like to do gives him a knack for when to go after steals without hurting his team.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Pelicans, what do you guys think?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. At the forward slots, Ingram and Melly. Each one more is out there with J.J. Redick, and it's Okafor in at the 5. Schroeder outside. Passes it to Ferguson. Over Moore. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Ferguson.
More of a score-first point guard, but Schroeder doing a good job of finding the open man.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Got a piece of it. Here's Redick. Got a piece of it. And they're pushing it up. Schroeder against Moore. He kicks it to Redick. Back to Moore. It's Ingram on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. From deep. But they get it back. Melly passes to Moore. From deep three-point range. And again, no good by New Orleans.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space, but that does make it a tougher shot.
That's tipped, and it's out of bounds to the Thunder as Oklahoma City retains possession. And the Thunder going with a whole new group out there. Lonzo Ball is checked in for the Pelicans. Paul against Ball. Paul kicks to Noel. 4 on the clock. From downtown. Here's Adams with 1 on the clock. And Adams with the slam.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Here's Redick. The Thunder making the shot. Now the pass to Okafor. New Orleans moving it around. And it's Melly missing. Thunder trailing by 4. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Noel. Good on the bucket. Noel's got his second basket of the game.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for the Pelicans. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Poked loose. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And so here is Oklahoma City. Okafor with the steal. Good. Nice job down low. Okafor's got 8 points. Paul with the ball. He's got 6. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Ball's knocked loose. And now Redick pushing it up. No one back to stop him. Good work defensively by Paul. Thunder trailing by 4. Well, we're now on the back end of what has been, Greg, an incredible career for Chris Paul. That's no longer the undisputed best point guard in the game, but still a top talent.
And Chris Paul might not be the best point guard, but any team would be happy to have him. His efficiency and playmaking aren't going away anytime soon. And even though he's never been an overly athletic player, that aspect of his game still is strong as ever.
And he knocks down the first one.
And for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, his size at the point guard spot is a huge bonus for him. Allows him to switch onto most other players on defense when dealing with picks.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And one of the reasons they targeted Gilgeous-Alexander was because of his size.
Big guards aren't easy to find, Kevin, and they help coaches' defensive scheme. Every team looks to get a switch into a bad defensive matchup. If your PG isn't an option, the offense has to work that much harder.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the shot by Drew Holiday.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And here's more outside. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, I mean, in that one, you really saw a difference in aggression between the two teams, particularly on the boards.
You know, you can't allow that many second chance opportunities and then get almost none yourself. Rarely that works out for you.
Nice tip in there. I mean, he's got like a sixth sense in terms of where the miss is going to go. That is really a talent.
Ball against Paul. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. That one, no good. Holiday with the defensive effort. A floater. No good from Moore. Thunder trailing by 4. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Using that size in the mid-range, Shai can get this shot anytime he wants.
Pass to Holiday. Right wing. Favors against Adams. Shoots from 14. And it's Noel with the rebound.
Come on, that's your bread and butter. You can't miss that.
Adams' shot is good. Adams has got the game tied up here for the Thunder.
Oh, great ball movement there.
New Orleans has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. Here's Moore, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
Excellent drive. You often see Moore facing up from the perimeter, but he's developed the ball handling over his career.
Paul looking over the floor. Adams in the high post. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Adams has got 6 points.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
The Pelicans shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Favors in the post. Adams defending. Shoots from 12. And that one's good by Favors. Favors got 4 points in the quarter.
An area where Favors continues to gain consistency. Has a nice looking stroke out to 15 feet.
And it's Paul penetrating. Gallinari in the corner. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 4th assist in this one. Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
No good from Moore. The Thunder have gone 7 of 13 from the field since the start of the second. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Gallinari. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And New Orleans gets called for the foul.
And this is where you want to see Gallinari if you're the coach. A knockdown shooter at the free throw line.
Oklahoma City shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And he makes the first. Hey, Smitty, every NBA player has their Mount Rushmore. Every NBA fan does. The 4 players they consider the best of all time. So I'll ask you, who is on your NBA Mount Rushmore?
I would say Michael Jordan, Kevin, Magic Johnson, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and Kobe Bryant. Those are my 4.
Well, last season, a bit of a renaissance for Gallinari.
And the way Gallinari stepped up last season, Kevin, was a big reason the Clippers were as strong as they were. Now on the other side of 30, he's been playing some of his best basketball here of late.
Al Paul following the miss by Lonzo Ball from deep. And now the Pelicans on the break. Paul's running. No one near Williamson as he lets it go. That three off the mark. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Noel passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Ball. Here's Noel. And Noel throws it down.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
You know why? Because this defense is reeling. They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And maybe the most popular player to enter the league since social media became truly pervasive. Zion Williamson handles it with class. He really appreciates his teammates and his coaches and really respects the game.
And the first one drops. And talking to stars in this league, even they want to see what Williamson's going to do next.
Sure. We talk about the leaping ability at his size, the handles, the shot making. But what really stands out when you watch him live, the instincts. Being at the right place at the right time and always seeming to make the right play.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Schroeder against Ball. Now here's Schroeder. Defense is right there. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. His three-pointers off the mark.
And this is what you like about his perimeter D. Never gave up and challenged the deep one.
You see some guys, they just mail it in. They don't go out and contest it. Not him. He's going to compete through the entire play.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander after Drew Holiday's score. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Schroeder. Adams down low. Working on Hayes. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And you look at the way Steven Adams has developed his offense the last few years. It's been a huge boost for this team. He has always been a great defender, but now he is an important cog on this team in terms of scoring.
And he can't get the first one. And with Adams in his offense, you forget how young he is.
And big men, sometimes they just take a little longer to find their path in the NBA. And Adams has certainly found his. I remember him being in mostly to screen and rebound when he was a rookie, but look how far his game has come.
Now, here's Ball. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Denver. It's rebounded by Robertson. The Thunder leading by 3. Here's Schroeder. The basket is good. That's his 6th attempt at his 3rd make.
The defense collapsed on him, but Schroeder found the right angle.
Now, here's Ball. Outside Holiday. Back to Ball. To the middle, Williamson. And the dunk by Williamson.
A little undersized at the 4, but he can get off the ground.
Schroeder looking around. Pass to Moreland. Stolen by Ball. And a fast break now for the Pelicans from the stripe. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Holiday.
As a coach, you're comfortable with Holiday taking that shot. He has a good feel from the mid-range.
Now here's Schroeder. 6 points for him. Moreland kicks to Robertson. Adams down low. Covered by Hayes. Sweet move. And it's Adams getting it to go. Adams has got 9 points now in the quarter.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
1:35 left now here in the second. And here is Ingram. He dishes it to Ball. Passes it to Holiday. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. 10 points for Drew Holiday.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Schroeder against Ball. And it's Schroeder missing. The Pelicans trail. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Steven Adams picks one up. And with all the uncertainty in New Orleans last season, Drew Holiday staying focused on winning games.
You know, Kevin, with everything he's been through, whether it's his injuries, his wife dealing with her own health scare, it gives you perspective on things.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
Well, you talk about athletic families. Both of Drew Holiday's parents played Division I college basketball. 2 brothers also in the NBA. His sister played at UCLA. Oh, and by the way, his wife is a gold medal winning soccer player. That is tough to beat.
That one drops. He ties it up.
And you know, Drew Holiday sometimes gets overlooked in the discussion of great point guards, but only because there's so much competition at that position.
Here's Ferguson. 11 points for him in that last game against Portland. Left side Adams. 5 to shoot. It's Schroeder with the drive. It's tipped. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. To the inside. Here's Redick. Yep, it counts. Redick's got 8 points. There's 18 seconds left in the first half. Now Schroeder, 6 points for him. On the wing, Robertson. The Thunder with another miss. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Pelicans lead by 2. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Jalil, you've scored in a variety of ways in the first half. What's working for you out there?
Just moving around the ball, talking to my teammates, trying to get open. They put me in a great position for me to score.
Thanks, Jalil. Appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everyone, to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Some big-time action already in this one. I'm Ernie Johnson, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. After the first 2 quarters of play, it's New Orleans in control. They've got a 2-point lead. Kenny, some perspective, please.
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Thunder.
Well, they shot under 40% in the half. That tells the story right there. The defense deserves some credit for disrupting them a little bit, but they need to counteract with more creativity on offense. Few isolations, more movement, better shot selection.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One of the stories here, Drew Holiday getting it done today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
I think both sides probably adjusted a few things. The key for him is to bring the same level of energy over these last 2 quarters.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Noel is out there with Gallinari, and then there's Steven Adams, then it's Chris Paul, and it's Gilgeous Alexander in at the 2. That's Billy Donovan's 5 as we get going here in the second half. That one good for 2. 8 points for Chris Paul.
You have to marvel at Chris Paul's ball handling. He keeps that one on a string.
Paul against Ball. Here's Williamson over Noel, and it's Williamson missing. Up top, Gilgeous Alexander, guarded by Holiday. Paul against Ball, and the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That's his first foul. So it's the Thunder now. Paul for 3.
And I love how Ball will stay in your face defensively, not willing to give ground. And I like the fact that he competes on that end.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
And Adams gets it to go down on the assist by Paul. Paul's got 5 assists tonight. Here's Ball. And there's the pass to Favors. And it's Noel with the rebound. Noel's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Paul. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Smitty, we're seeing preseason and even regular season games take place overseas on foreign soil. Would you have enjoyed that when you were playing?
Yeah, for sure, Kevin. I know the travel is an added challenge, and at the same time, you appreciate where the game takes you. It is definitely growing globally, going places you might otherwise never experience, especially in a basketball setting.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
And it's interesting looking back at past drafts. Chris Paul taken 4th overall, but will be the clear #1 in a do-over.
Both free throws good from Paul.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Ball, the pass to Favors. There's the dish to Holiday. Shoots from 14. And the rejection by Noel. They recover it. Holiday gets the bucket. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Paul with the ball. He's got 10. Gilgeous Alexander surveying the D. Paul dishes to Gallinari. Comes up empty from 8 feet.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Ball, the pass to Williamson. Over Paul. And that one's good. Williamson's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And you admire that assertive aggression from Williamson. Goes right at you when he's in his comfort zone.
Gallinari finds Paul. Adams wide open. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got his 6th assist on the night. 3 minutes gone now in the 3rd quarter. The Pelicans have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter, 50% from the field. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, for the last 5 years, the Golden State Warriors have been the colossus that stood over the NBA. There were thoughts that most teams were not willing to do things to be competitive, knowing that they could not beat the Splash Brothers, Draymond Green, and then Kevin Durant. But the Warriors lost to the Raptors in the finals last year, combined with the injuries to Durant and Klay Thompson, have opened things up. And for the first time in a long time, there are any number of teams in this league that believe it's their time.
Probably so. The West is strengthened, there's no doubt, DA. Interesting matchups coming up for sure. Thank you.
Gallinari, very unselfish, draws a lot of defensive attention, which often leads to open teammates.
The Thunder have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
One shot.
And the free throw, no good. Now here's Moore. Here's Holiday. That's in for his 8th bucket tonight. A hot 8 for 11 shooting so far.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
And here is Paul. He's got 10 to the left side wing. Adams outside. Gallinari outside. Lock at 6. Count that bucket. Gallinari's got 12 points in the game.
With the big, strong frame of Gallinari, he's able to take contact and deliver the goods.
Here's Holiday. 17 points in the game. With the teardrop and the rejection by Noel. Here's Paul. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a 3-point play. It's going to be on Zion Williamson. The Thunder have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Free throw drops for Paul. Pelicans trail by 5. Now Holiday shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Again, Holiday missing. Great offensive performance they're putting on.
And guys, we call that the zone because that's where they are right now. They are in a zone, and I'm sure they feel unstoppable.
And Smitty, as his rookie season wore on, Gilgeous-Alexander looked more and more comfortable.
Yes, his scoring is mostly near the basket as he's still working on that outside shot. But it's easy to see why this team is so high on him and sees him as a big part of their future.
And here is Paul following the 3 from Drew Holiday. Can't get it to fall. Thunder with the rebound. Adams has got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. Inside. Gilgeous-Alexander, good. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 8 points.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Robertson, he's checked in for the Thunder. Dennis Schroeder comes in for Paul. And then for New Orleans, Okafor comes in for Williamson. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Ball. And so here is New Orleans. And the foul called on Nerlens Noel. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Pass to Holiday. Kicks it to Redick. Pass to Okafor. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal.
You could tell it was almost tunnel vision on that pass. Had no idea where the defender was.
And Adams with the slam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for New Orleans. They trail by 6. So it's off to Brooklyn after this game as they have the Nets to look forward to. That will conclude their brief 2-game road trip. Was shot by Redick, no good. The Thunder have gone 8 of 14 on their shot attempts here in the third. Some pretty nice work. It's Schroeder with the drive. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
And all second half, they haven't gotten stops with any consistency.
Now here is Holiday. He's guarded closely. Shoots over Gilgeous-Alexander. Can't hit from 12.
Now, good board there, Kevin, but overall, they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
Passes it to Robertson from outside the arc. It doesn't go for him. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. Feeds to Holiday. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Down low. Here's Noel. And Noel throws it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Pelicans trail by 10. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Redick up top. He's guarded by Schroeder. There's the pass to Miller. 6 to shoot. It's stolen by Adams. One-on-one here. Here's Robertson. Tries again. Lays it up and banks it in. Robertson's got the lead up to 12 now for Oklahoma City.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunity.
Especially when you're this far down, you have to make the most of every sequence.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And this is Alvin Gentry's 4th stop as an NBA head coach. He's been working as an NBA assistant, get this, since 1988.
Over 3 decades in this league. A decade coaching in college. Worked for and with so many legendary coaches. He's seen it all.
Ferguson's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And then Okafor slams it in.
He's a great shooter, but not just a gunner. JJ finding the open man.
The Pelicans have made a little more than half their free throws today, 7 of 12. One misses for Okafor. Steve, the G League is now offering select contracts worth $125,000. They want to attract prospects straight out of high school. What do you think of that?
You know, I like it, Kevin, and I think I'd love to see that number go up and up, and I like the opportunity for some of those guys to be able to go straight out of high school. It's good for some, it's bad for others, but I think you have to give those guys that opportunity.
So it's the Pelicans now. The Thunder making the shot. Dishes to Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Over Noel. The shot by Holiday, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. Ferguson. And so here is Oklahoma City. The Thunder have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10. And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Noel. Here's Holiday. He's got 20. Pass to Hayes. Here's the three. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Schroeder. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. Second, the Thunder. Fifth on the list, the Pelicans.
And this is a battle today between two teams that really dominated the offensive glass a year ago. And they also convert when they get those second-chance opportunities.
New Orleans moving it around. Just 5 on the clock. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. And the Pelicans miss again. The Thunder leading by 14. Here's Adams. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That's on J.J. Redick.
2 shots. Foul. Elbow. 2.
For Oklahoma City, they have been getting it done at the line. 10 for 12.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
They throw good, Adams. And the Pelicans making a change here. Ingram's checked in. And so Adams nails both of them. Pelicans trail by 16. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And Redick, here we go. And that one drops for him.
And Redick taking a turn, initiating some offense there, working that pick and roll to perfection.
And perimeter shooting never more valuable. And that's been J.J. Redick's MO all along. An elite marksman who can hit from anywhere.
The free throw drops for Redick. And in today's game, if you don't have 4 spacing, your offense is going to struggle.
They call it gravity, the ability of outside shooters to attract defensive attention. Redick, one of those you don't leave for a moment.
Here's Holiday, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Monday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Friday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors.
And looking at the Hornets matchup, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Free throw, good, Holiday. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Schroeder. He has 6. Fires the 3. Drains the 3-pointer. Schroeder's got 9 points.
And offensively, they seem to have turned a corner.
On the wing, Holiday. Defended by Robertson. Holiday dishes to Okafor.
Taking a look at some numbers for Redick. Last season's performance for him, he averaged 18 points a game, 2 assists, and 2 rebounds.
To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Because he gives you someone to build your offense around. You can count on his nightly production.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
That one misses. Oklahoma City leading by 13. Nobody near Schroeder. Here's Adams, another shot, and it's good on the way in. Adams has got 10 points in just the second half.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Hayes. Pass to Okafor. 6 to shoot. Passes it to Holiday. It's stolen by Adams. Schroeder with the ball. Now guarded by Redick. Here's Noel, and the pass to Ferguson. He kicks to Robertson. Here's Schroeder. To the inside. Here's Noel. And at last, they get one to fall. Noel's got 8 points here in this quarter. We've got 33 seconds left here in the third quarter. Redick passes to Okafor. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Adams has got his 18th rebound here tonight, all over the place. The offensive rebound. And here's Redick. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. 17-point game to the middle, and there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. The first free throw is good. Hayes hits them both. 9 seconds left in the third. With 4 seconds on the clock, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Steven Adams has been leading the charge for the Oklahoma City Thunder. After a fantastic quarter, he's sitting on a double-double. And there's nowhere to go but up for him. And we'll be right back after this. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the 4th quarter going. Redick and Ingram fill out the perimeter. He's out there with Favors, and it's Ball in at the 1. Redick for three, and it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Yeah, that's a great shot. Third three of the game for him, first in this half.
Redick against Paul. That one goes. Count it.
One of his signature moves right there. CP3 has perfected the art of creating off the drive.
Ball with it. Pass to Favors. He dishes it to Redick. Shoots the three. Gallinari with the rebound. Gallinari's got 6 rebounds in the game. Ferguson, the pass to Gallinari. Paul against Ball. Now here's Paul. Defense right on him. Great D that time from Favors. And the Thunder making a switch here. Noel's checked in. And the Pelicans making a change here as well. Williamson's checked in. It's Ingram on the wing. To the paint. He lobs up the alley-oop pass and taken away by Paul. Inside. Adams dishes to Schroeder. Stolen by Ball. And pushing it up. Here's New Orleans. And that one, good. Redick's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
Now here's Schroeder, and it's good from the elbow. And the Thunder lead by 16.
And for Dennis Schroeder, that's a shot the defense will give him because of his ability to blow by people.
And Chris Paul picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for the Thunder. And New Orleans also making a change. Drew Holiday, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. Pass to Williamson. And that's a foul called on Gallinari. That's his 1st foul. Williamson with it. Noel on him with the shot. And again, no good by New Orleans. Ball against Paul. 4 on the shot clock. Knocked loose. Outside Holiday. And the Pelicans miss again. The Thunder leading by 16. Paul outside. Gallinari outside. And it's off from 3-point range.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
And that one's good. Williamson.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
And it's Paul with the ball for Oklahoma City. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game will conclude a 3-game homestand. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Gallinari. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got assist number 5 here tonight. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Bounce pass, Holiday. Here's Williamson. That's good from 17 feet away. Williamson's got 4 this quarter.
And he's really shot the ball well, but it hasn't been contagious.
Ball against Paul. Over Ball. And it's Paul missing. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That will be foul number 5 on him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Holiday surveying the floor.
Combining the length and the effort, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander making an impact at the defensive end.
The Thunder leading by 14. to the paint. Here's Adams. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Still growing as a true lead guard. Gilgeous-Alexander is a high IQ passer who isn't afraid to let the play develop.
Now here's Favors. Kicks it to Holiday. And Adams sends it back. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Paul with the ball.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yes, getting a little ahead of himself on that play. Easy look for mid-range. He won't miss many of those. Lazy effort defensively.
Now a timeout called by Oklahoma City. And for all the drama surrounding Lonzo Ball's entrance into the NBA, one thing is for certain, he can play.
And Lonzo will always have the media attention, but the fact is he is a very talented player. His playmaking and passing was as elite as advertised from day one, starting to find his spots on how he can score for himself. But everything else with his game is what you'd want from an elite point guard.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to listen to what Billy Donovan said to his team. He loves the aggressiveness on D. He said, we're doing a great job of challenging everything they're trying to do. Stay active, talk to each other, don't let up. Kevin?
Pelicans trail by 16. Passes it to Holiday. And Holiday throws it down.
Another nice play by Drew Holiday, staying aggressive, scoring the ball at will.
For Oklahoma City, they've gone 5 for 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Paul passes to Noel. Now Gilgeous-Alexander. Now Gallinari, guarded by Holiday. Gallinari surveying the D. Shot clock at 5. It's deflected.
And when Zion blocks it, you feel it. He's got this kind of power behind these swats.
And stolen by Williamson. Ball with a wide open look. And he's good on the 3 ball.
I tell you, it's unorthodox to watch, but Ball shoots the ball with tremendous rhythm and confidence from beyond.
Now, here is Gallinari. The pass to Paul, and stolen by Favors. Looking to get back on track here. They get the rebound. Williamson had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And you have to like how they're getting the ball inside this half.
They didn't have as much success in the paint earlier, but they're finally getting it done down low.
And, Smitty, one thing I like about Gallinari, he's doing more things on the court as he ages.
I totally agree. He used to be out there only to shoot, but that hasn't been the case for a while now. Still scores, but his rebounding has improved, and he's done a good job of driving and drawing fouls.
Pelicans trail by 14. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And here we go. Here's Paul. And a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in. 17 points for Chris Paul. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for New Orleans. The dish now to Holiday. Back to Ball. To the middle. And the rejection by Noel. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pelicans will retain possession. Okafor is checked in for Derek Favors. Now here's Williamson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Ingram wide open. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And you cannot give Ingram even an inch of airspace. He's ready to let it go if he gets it.
Now here's Paul. Guarded closer. To the inside, and Adams with the slam.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Here's Ball, following the score by Oklahoma City. Okafor dishes to Ingram. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Gallinari.
And guys, really no ceiling on Ingram. This is a guy who has the potential to be a truly great player before it's all done.
And another name included in that Anthony Davis trade, Brandon Ingram. Still a lot to like about his game.
Pairs up well with what the Pelicans are trying to do. Perhaps the biggest asset coming over to New Orleans could flourish in this system.
Got a hand on it. Right side Holiday. And there it is for him. Holiday's got 17 now, just in the second half.
To score, Holiday does not need to get all the way to the rack. He uses a wide variety of floaters in the lane.
Pass to Noel, down low, taken away by Holiday. And that's a foul called on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And the first one drops. And he makes the first, but misses the second. The Thunder leading by 11. Paul outside. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 on the shot clock. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Pass to Gallinari. Over Okafor. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Pelicans trail by 11. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. And the first one at the line is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. The Thunder have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the 4th quarter. Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, guarded by Holiday. The pass to Paul. And it's Williamson with the rebound. Williamson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Holiday, and it's good for 2. Holiday's got 30 points.
He's able to shift gears in an instant. Hard to stay in front of Holiday on the drive.
And here is Gilgeous-Alexander. Paul outside. And Ball comes to help. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Here's Paul. Bullseye. Paul's got 6 in the quarter.
Smooth, patient. Chris does a good job of working over that in-between area.
Now here is Holiday. He's guarded closely. Here's the teardrop. That one doesn't drop. So the Thunder will take it the other way. 17 points was their biggest margin. Gallinari passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Grabs the rebound again.
Collecting yet another board.
He's been everywhere. Just sensational. 5 on the clock. A second chance effort. Paul kicks to Adams. Stolen by Ball. And here we go. Holiday heading to the hoop. Count it. Holiday's got 32 points.
I really like the activity level from Ball. Excels at reading his man and jumping all over him, and great at coming up with those steals.
Now here's Paul. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. He gets the first. That stretches their lead to 8. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 9-point ball game here. 1:30 left in the fourth quarter. Now here is Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Pass the ball. Puts up a three. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
Absolutely no fear in this young fella. When the game is close, you want the ball in Ball's hands.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points here in just the second half. .106 left in the fourth quarter. Now here is Holiday. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. Outside Holiday. Kept alive. And Okafor slams it in.
And, you know, it's one thing to get the offensive rebound, but then how about the loud bucket he's able to convert?
He was in perfect position under the hoop, Greg. You're right. Once he gets his hands on the miss. Now here's Noel. Adams right side. Lock at 6. Paul with the three. But they recover it.
And the offensive rebounding, really the story here today. Even with the big lead, they're still showing more hustle on the board.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And you can see Shai Gilgeous-Alexander thinking out there in a good way. He really studies every situation.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. He's off on the free throw, unable to get that second one to drop in. This one for three. Passes to Melly. Launches it. That one's not going to go. So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall trust this group has in one another when it matters most. Doing what had to be done and to send these fans home happy.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.